You go to your PPT and check on that, madam.
Yeah.
There.
Then it
On
will be
the
the full screen. Okay.
uh, your
I go
PPT.
for the full screen without looking at all of you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So before we get into the next topic, the products that are collected and modified by bees, which we were speaking of yesterday, that is the honey. Honey is one product. Then the next one was this thing. What is it? Propolis. So pollen. So pollen was the second one. So that will continue a bit. But before that, I like to show a picture of this. This is called the blue honey. Any of you seen blue honey? Because this is from France. They have green honey, blue honey, which is like, super expensive. And I was just reading some article and I came across this. So I thought before going to the next topic, I'd just show you the picture. It is quite, it is from one of the flowers which is found in France, the coastal area of France. And they say the aluminium content is very high, and that is the reason when the honey is being synthesized, I mean produced, it comes blue. When the nectar is carried to the hive, it is the neutral color, but on keeping for a couple of days, it turns blue. I thought this is something fascinating I share before I just move on to the topic. So you can see the color. There's one candy green honey as well. So it is quite a thing which most of you may not be aware of. Okay, so coming to where we stopped yesterday, bee bread, it is by fermentation of pollen that bee bread is found. So this is a very rich source of nutrients, and usually the worker bees and the worker bees and the drones, they are usually fed with bee bread, whereas the queen, it is fed with royal jelly. Even that we'll be speaking today. And it's a natural source of essential vitamins such as vitamin A, B, C, E, K. Then it's a very powerful antioxidant, and it supports the natural immune system, and it reduces in women the symptoms of menopause is also reduced. Then it reduces stress, helps in the symptoms of allergy, etc. And mostly it is the workers and drones which are fed with bee bread, and also it is marketed as a nutrient supplement as well. Yesterday, I think you've seen the photograph of bee bread where we had just covered a part of it. I thought I should cover and then go on to the next topic. Okay, the next one, the third product which is produced by the bees is propolis. Propolis, it is also called as the bee glue. It is a resinous mixture that the honeybees produce by mixing the saliva with bee wax and with the exudate. What happens is these honeybees, they go foraging. It's not just that the nectar or the pollen that they collect, they also collect the sap or the resin from various plant parts like the buds or sap and other, even the petals, sepals, they just scrape out and they collect bee glue or they collect that, and that is being converted into propolis, otherwise called as the bee glue. The most important function you can just see in the picture, it is to seal the hive. Pro meaning, it is derived from the Greek word pro meaning before and polis meaning city. That is just before the entrance of the hive for security reasons, so as to not allow other enemies to get into the hive. Propolis is used to seal the hive. It's a dark blue colored substance, but also found in different colors. It is mostly gathered by the older bees. Yesterday I was speaking. It is the younger worker bees or the nurse bees and the housekeepers which take care of the hive. But the older bees, they go out, they risk, and they collect nectar, pollen, and also the resin or the sap is also being collected by the older bees. So this one of the characters of this propolis, you can just have a look at propolis. It's also marketed as a nutrient supplement. Almost all the products of honey, maybe a honey, bees, maybe the honey, pollen, propolis, royal jelly, and whatever we are going to cover next. They're all mostly marketed as nutrient supplements, and also the cosmetic industry. So this propolis, it's an outstanding, the good caulking agent, meaning sealing, for use in sealing the nest cavity. If there's any gap, it is used to seal. And is also one of the best antimicrobial agent. It is used for wound healing, burns, etc. Okay, so coming, I told, I'm just repeating, it's also called as the bee glue. Glue meaning something that sticks. So used to seal small cracks or gaps in beehive. It also stops invaders from getting inside, maybe the wasp, which is a major, and also some moths, which are major pests of honeybee. It helps in stopping invaders, especially it's protection for the larva, because and the younger ones who do not, who can't escape, so it has to be sealed. For humans, it helps in healing wounds and also in fighting disease. So coming to the nature of it, it's a sticky brown substance, sometimes also known as bee glue. It's again a repetition. So the coming to the analysis of propolis, it's made up of 50% of resin. Then it's got wax and oil, salivary secretions, pollen, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, etc. This is how propolis that's available in the market is. It's like most in the pharmaceutical shops, it is available. So it is a very powerful antibiotic. So that's the most important use for the humans. But in the hive, it is for protection. So the many important benefits of propolis are it improves the immune system. It's natural energy boost. Then for treatment of pimples, parasites, treats canker, soles, it heals cavity, especially in dental. It is used for some dental treatments, especially to heal the or to seal the cavity. If you have any time gone to the got the root canal done, it is sealed with propolis till you get a filling done. Then endometriosis, then general wellness, etc. So for the honey, for the bees, it is, I told you, it is used for protection. Along with it, it varnishes the hive interiors. Just the way we paint our house, it is antimicrobial, antifungal. So it just varnishes the interiors of the hive. Then it reinforces the structural stability and reduce vibration. Since
Excuse,
it is
excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me,
substance,
ma'am.
it helps.
I think you are using slides which is not moving.
It's
It
not
is
moving
not at all.
now.
No, it is not coming.
Oh, then,
It is
madam,
only coming
I
the first.
think, can you
No,
share,
no, no,
please?
now it is coming.
Now it is coming.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is coming.
Oh, you've not seen the previous slides, is it?
No, not at all.
Oh, have you seen this?
Now it is. I
And
am
now
seeing
it is
blue
visible.
honey.
One of you should have stopped me and told. Okay, anyway, at least now you've just told me.
Okay.
So this is the blue honey. I think you've heard me say at least, right?
Yes, yes, heard.
Yeah, yeah. This is from the name of the plant. It is from France, okay? Salt bush. Yeah, from that, this honey is derived. So you can just see this. Similarly, some bees know, they say instead of nectar, they've fed on some candies available in the market and it has turned green. Green honey. You must have seen in some of the tea shops, all these honeybees just hovering around, especially in the cities. So similarly, from candy, they say even green colored fingers got. So these are the other colors of honey. So this was bee bread that we were discussing yesterday. Then coming to propolis, you can just have a look at propolis. This is how it looks, called the blue gum, sorry, bee gum. It's got gathered by the older bees of the colony. It is used for sealing of the colony. Okay, the same picture you can just, and in humans, you can just remember that it's used for healing of wounds and cracks, etc. And it's an excellent antimicrobial agent. The bees, it will use it to stop the invaders getting into the hive. Okay, coming to the composition, it's made of resin, then wax or oil, some salivary secretions. It's also got pollen and amino acids. So this is the picture, the antibiotic which is used in the pharma companies, and also it's used as in dental treatments, propolis. It's also a good nutrient supplement. It is said it develops, it's better for the immune system. It's a natural energy boost. Then it's used for parasites, pimples, etc. Okay, so this is used to here varnish, just the way we paint the house. Even the honeybees, they have it as since it's got the antimicrobial properties, it is used to varnish the hive interiors. It is all done by the worker bees. I was telling, when we come to the queen, the only function of a queen is reproduction. And when we come to speak about the drones, the only function is mating. Whereas the worker bees or the females who are not into egg laying, so they do all the activities, all the functions. Colony is taken care by them. The cleaning is done, feeding is done, so nursing is done. Everything is done by these. Okay, so this propolis gives good structural stability to the hive and thermal insulation, especially in the cold countries. You know, it's extremely cold outside, so the propolis, it keeps the hive warm and it reduces the moisture loss, then provides protection from pathogens since it is antifungal and antibacterial. So many disease causing organisms are kept at bay. Then it makes the hive more defensible against parasites and predators by narrowing the existing entrance. If the hive entrance is too broad, what happens is any of the wasp or the moths, the enemies can enter, even snakes, rats, lizards. So it keeps the entrance very small. So, and also if there's any organism, maybe a little rodent or a lizard or some being which gets into the hive and it is dead, then it's very difficult for the cleaning process. Since the size of the bee is small, cleaning is a bit of a task. So what they do is they will seal the body with propolis. A small lizard or any of the insect or moth, it will be fully covered with propolis, which will see that there is no putrefaction or the stinking or rotting does not happen. And gradually it will be just put out of the colony. So that is how it is maintaining cleanliness inside the colony. Okay, so that was about propolis, which we had to, we discussed. So we have three products which are produced by honeybees. One is honey, then the second one is pollen, and the third is propolis. That is, it is collected as such. For honey, it is collected from the nectar and it is stored in the hives. Whereas for pollen, it is collected from the, again from different, see, pollen is collected from a different set of flowers. There are some plants which are excellent yielders of pollen, whereas some are very good with nectar. So honeybees are very choosy about where they go and collect their nectar or where they go and collect their pollen. Okay, so this way it is this way pollen is collected and it is stored, and that gets converted into bee bread through fermentation. And the other one is propolis. This pollen, now it is carried by pollen basket of a honeybee, whereas nectar is carried by the honey stomach. Okay, so then even this is just with the mandibles, they just carry. So the propolis, it is the sap or the resin, which is the some of the oozing plant products which are collected and converted into, made into propolis. Okay, they are all made by the worker bees. So this is about one section, and the other is hive products and economics of beekeeping. Madam, are you there? Ma'am, are you there? Or from IGNO Center, someone can just unmute. Okay. I thought if you people could share, I could just go to the other mode where I can see all of you. So I think that's not an option now. We'll go back to the slides. So is the slide visible, sir? Jaipal ji, who's there?
Slide number 10, we are right now.
Is the slide visible?
Yes, madam. It's visible.
Yes. Okay. Am I audible enough? Am I loud enough?
Yes, madam.
All right. Okay. The only problem is maybe we are not able to see one another. It's okay. So today's topic is products that are synthesized by the bees. Yesterday's was which is collected and modified by the bees. Today it is synthesized by the bee. When I say synthesized in the bee, it is through certain organs of the bees, that is, it is created. It is not like brought from somewhere and just modified a little and given. Like the nectar is brought from flowers, it is fermented and moisture is reduced and it becomes honey. Even the pollen, as such, it is collected, put in the hive, and it is fermented and it becomes bee bread. Okay. Even the propolis, it is as such collected and made into this propolis, which is a very sticky substance. Sap is made into propolis. So, but here it is actually synthesized. It is only the honeybee which can make it through some of their organs. Okay. The first one today we'll be speaking about is the royal jelly. Okay, so this is a very, very important byproduct of beekeeping. So some of you must have heard it is the most important use. It's a very, very expensive product, and the most important use of royal jelly is, I mean, in the market is for anti-aging property. Lots of movie stars, especially I studied in Kerala, so people all said it's like, Mammootty. He uses royal jelly on a regular basis, most of the film stars, and that keeps them going very young. Okay, that is in the cosmetic industry, royal jelly's got the most it's so much in demand. So it's an important byproduct of beekeeping. It's also called as bee milk. So royal jelly is a honeybee secretion that is used in the nutrition of larvae and adult queens. So who gets to have royal jelly? Royal jelly is a product which is produced by very young worker bees, also called as the nurse bees. And what they do is they're just very young, but like 6 to 13 days old ones. Only they can make royal jelly. I'll just cover that further. So here it is fed a larva in a hive. A queen, if it has to become a queen, it will be fed throughout its life with royal jelly. Whereas the worker bees or the drones, worker bees or the drone bees, they get to have only bee bread or the pollen. Okay, royal jelly is a royal treatment that is being imparted to the honeybee queen. So it's a honeybee secretion that is used in the nutrition of larvae and adult queens. It is secreted larvae of all the larvae for 3 days they are fed on royal jelly, whereas the queens throughout her life she will be fed with royal jelly. You can just look at the picture, that is the larva, and the white substance that you see around is the royal jelly. Okay, it is secreted from the glands in hypopharynx of nurse bees and fed to all larvae in the colony regardless of caste or sex. All the drones, all the larvae, when they're young, for 3 days they will be fed with royal jelly. Okay, you can just look at this picture. So this is produced, this is where it is produced. You can just look at the hypopharyngeal gland of a honeybee. You can just look at the arrow. So this is the picture showing the interiors of it. So this is the gland which produces the royal jelly. It is between the age of young worker bees, girls or young females, which are aged between 6 and 13 days, which do not reproduce. If it reproduces, it is a queen. Okay, these young ones do not reproduce. These secrete this milky white secretions, mandibular gland. That is mandibles, meaning that oral, what we call teeth, equivalent to our teeth. Okay, so this gland, which is just above their teeth-like structure, the mandibles, is what secretes the royal jelly. Okay, so what happens is all the larvae in the hive, all the larvae are given with royal jelly. The nurse bees, they feed the colonies in the house. They feed the young ones or the larva. You must be knowing what's a larva. Egg. In an insect, there are different stages. One is egg. Egg happens for a few days. Then it is hatched and it becomes a larva. If I have to compare a larva, it is just like a caterpillar, what you must have seen. Okay, in honeybees, it is called a larva. In this white thing, you can see a floating thing that is called a larva. So that is fed with royal jelly for 3 days. And then it becomes a drone or a worker. After that, they do not receive royal jelly. But if the nurse bees, they have decided this is a good larva which has to develop into a queen, what they do is they'll go on extending the feeding duration. Okay, by 15 days, 60, 15 and a half days or so, it becomes an adult. And after throughout the life, a honeybee is fed with royal jelly. Her only role in the nest is reproduction and laying of eggs. And most of the bees, some colonies, they say even up to 60,000 bees are there. So they are all her children. Mostly it is her children. Okay, so the queen bees, they live longer. So royal jelly is considered as a rejuvenating agent. In the market, what you find, it's considered very beneficial for health. It was only in the 1960s that this craze for royal jelly started. It's quite expensive. So people started using it externally as well as internally. So a well-managed colony, they say it can yield up to 500 grams of royal jelly in 5 to 6 months. There's a process in which you just stimulate the larva so that the colony feels that it is going to be the queen, and they'll go on feeding the royal jelly, and with a spatula they just take out a bit of royal jelly. There's a process which is in your book, you can just refer to it. So that way, if for 5 to 6 months, if you are an expert at royal jelly making, then you can get almost half a kg of royal jelly from a colony. Okay, so coming to, I thought you should know how a queen bee looks. The others are smaller compared to a queen bee. It is bigger in size compared to all the other insects or the honeybees in the colony. And it's the mother of most in the hive. And queen, again, I'm reiterating, are developed from larvae selected by worker bees and specifically fed with royal jelly in order to become sexually mature. When it is stopped by the third day, they do not mature sexually. There's a genetic, it's a kind of a stimulant to release eggs or the ovary, eggs from the ovary. So that is being carried out only for the queen bees. And you must be knowing how this drone bees, drones, what they do, the only function of a drone bee is mating. So what they do is every day there's a thing called a drone swarm, which is like a few meters above. It just, a honeybee usually has a territory of around 2.5 kilometers. It is more than that, but it is usually at that distance. They go out and they wait for a queen bee. And even the queen bees, they go out to mate. And it usually doesn't mate with the drone of the same colony. It is from some other, it's called a drone congregation. It goes there, and if it mates, it comes back and lays egg. Whereas a drone, after mating, it just dies. It doesn't have a future after that. Okay, so coming to the composition of royal jelly. So royal jelly, it comprises of proteins around very high in protein, up to 13%, then the carbohydrates of 11%, lipid, vitamins, water, etc. So there are these two this chemical which makes it very special, that is 10-hydroxy-2-decenoic acid and 10-hydroxydecenoic acid, 25% and 50%. Okay, so it is part of the fat or the lipid portion of royal jelly, which makes it a special ingredient. And we'll just check what other stuff is about royal jelly is being given in your thing. The many uses of royal jelly. It is used, mostly it is used in the cosmetic sector. I was telling you, for rejuvenating. It is an anti-aging treatment. So cosmetic and the largest use of royal jelly has been in cosmetic sector. Royal jelly is used in many dermatological preparations, meaning skincare products. These preparations are mostly used for skin refreshing, skin regeneration or rejuvenation. It is also used in cream or ointments used for healing of burns and other wounds. Okay, then the supplement to normal diet, it is also used as a dietary supplement since it is very rich in vitamins and minerals and also protein. Also fat. Royal jelly being nutritious may be consumed along with other food stuff. They say it is a little bitter, so you can just mix with other stuff and have, or in the form of capsules that you can see in the picture. The royal jelly may supply a particular nutrient which may be absent in other food stuff. I was telling you yesterday, there are so many nutrients which are yet to be discovered by science. So if it is like a larva, an ordinary larva can be made into a queen. It is said it prolongs life. It is good for rejuvenation. It is excellent source of nutrients. So even for humans, they say there are lots of supplements which are not available in other food, which is available in royal jelly. It's an ingredient of many food products. Like royal jelly may be mixed with honey, 1 to 3%, for better nutrient supply. It may be blended with yogurt, etc. It is also used in jelly, soft drinks, etc. Okay, so coming to some of the health benefits of royal jelly other than the dermatological or the cosmetological uses, it strengthens the immunity, it improves the digestive function, it promotes youthful skin, and it reduces the Alzheimer's disease, possibility of Alzheimer's. Then it could increase male fertility, it increases enhanced blood circulation, it is excellent for bones, bone health, it helps to heal wounds faster. Then it's a natural anti-inflammatory substance. It reduces the risk of cancer. It accelerates metabolism. These are few of the said benefits of royal jelly. And the most in the Western countries, especially, the most common use of royal jelly is in the cosmetic industry. Okay, so that's about royal jelly. So there are two more classes which we will be covering. One is we'll cover a little more about what is synthesized by honeybees, that is wax and venom, and along with it, the other class it would be about economics of honeybees. Okay, so if you want to just have a recap, we can just go again. So we have yesterday we were just discussing about honey. So there are all of you are aware. In case someone was missing for yesterday's class, I think it will be a good recap for you. Honey is usually, and others who have already heard, if you just listen for another time, it will be etched in your memory, and you can write well in your exams. So honeybees, they are classified into. I mean, honeybee. They are of three types. One is the worker bees. Then there is the drone. Then there is the queen. Worker bee is the female which is young. It's the female which does not reproduce. Very some rare cases they do a bit. Okay, then the other one is the queen, which is a female which reproduces, and the male is the drone. And the function of the queen is to lay eggs, and she is served well by the whole colony. She is fed well, she is taken very good care, and her only function is to mate and lay eggs. And the drone, the only function of drone is mating. But this worker bee, she is the girl with a mission. Yesterday I was saying it's like the women power, or the housekeeping happens through the worker bees, and foraging happens through the worker bee. They go out, collect nectar, bring it back. They do all the fanning, they reduce the moisture content, it is transferred from one to another, and that's how it is carried in the honey stomach. Remember the honey stomach of a bee also. Then it is finally made into honey. And coming to the next one, that is the pollen. So before going to pollen, I think some more function of worker bees. They take care of the house. That is, they do all the housekeeping, cleaning. Always the honeybee hive is kept very neat and clean, and it is the worker bees who do it. Okay, a little older, very young ones called the nurse bee. What they do is they feed. They are the only ones which secrete royal jelly. 6 to 13 day old young honeybee females, they secrete royal jelly through their mandibles through a special gland, which becomes which is also called as bee milk, which is called as royal jelly, which is fed to the colony. It is a very expensive item if you're a beekeeper. Okay, there are some training programs on royal jelly extraction, especially in Punjab. I've seen some advertisement of that. Okay, so the second one is honey, and the next one is the pollen. And what the bees do, they go out and honey, it is the source of carbohydrate for the colony, whereas for proteins it is the pollen. And these bees go out, they have their pollen basket which is in their hind leg. They go out, collect pollen and bring it back to the nest, and that is fermented. It's called as the bee bread. It is fermented because of the salivary secretions that's added, and that becomes the bee bread. And most of the colony, most of the bees are fed on this bee bread or the pollen, which is a protein rich source. Queen, it's fed with royal jelly throughout, but workers and drones, they have this bee bread. Okay, and in addition to a bit of nectar or the honey. So the bee bread, what I was saying, it is very rich in almost all the honeybee products are very rich in nutrients. So the third product is, other than the pollen and the nectar, it is the propolis. And the propolis, it is got from the sap or the resin or some other materials which are botanical sources, tree bark, sap flows, etc. Okay, so this is a sticky material. The function of the sticky material is to seal the colony and keep it just the way we paint the colony. I mean, paint our house. It is used to seal and paint or keep the colony free from microbes. That is because the propolis has got antibacterial and antifungal activity. Overall, saying antimicrobial activity, it keeps the colony clean. And also this propolis, if there's any insect which has got in, usually what they do is they'll seal all the any little space that is found, it will be sealed using propolis, so there's no invasion by the enemies. In case there's something, some moth, some lizard, something gets into the colony also, the propolis is used so that it doesn't decay inside and spoil the colony. So it will be sealed using propolis, which is a waxy gluey substance, also called as a bee glue or the bee gum. Okay, repetition of the same thing. Then you can just have a look at how it propolis is. Okay, again the same thing. It is mostly made of resins. The sticky nature is because of the resin and wax that is present in the in propolis. Since it is also rich in amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, it is also used as a nutrient supplement, and also in the dental treatment it is being used. And whatever I've told before. So coming to today's class, it is the hive products and economics of beekeeping. Products that are synthesized by the bees. There are three things that are synthesized by the bees with their special glands. One is the royal jelly, which we have covered today. The other two are bee venom, to keep the enemies at bay, bee venom, and it has also got medicinal properties. I just didn't cover it today, so I thought I could go do it in the next session. And the third one is the wax. Okay, you know the comb is honey wax. So that is also secreted by the worker bees. So those two portions we'll keep for the next class. And the repetition of the royal jelly. So royal jelly, it is produced by, for some maybe it's like, again and again I'm speaking the same thing. But once the second time you listen, I think it gets etched in your memory and it will be easy for you to remember. It would be nice if all of us could see one another, but today's slide sharing, it's like, I feel like I'm just speaking to myself. So this royal jelly, it's a very important byproduct of beekeeping, also called as the bee milk. It is secreted by young worker bees or the young female bees, which are between 6 and 13 days old. And these young bees, they have it is through the hypopharynx of the nurse bees. That's the organ. I'll be showing the picture again. It is through them that they are able to secrete royal jelly. It is a milky substance, which is the use of it is for the colony. The queen larva is identified by the nurse bees and fed throughout, and that becomes a queen. It grows, it is much bigger, it is also reproductively active, that is, it can produce, I mean, it can lay eggs. Whereas for the worker bees and the drone bees, only for 3 days the larva is fed with royal jelly, and after that it is stopped, and does that it doesn't get into the ovulation and egg laying mode. So you can just look at the place where the secretion happens. It's on the head region of a honeybee, and this is how the gland looks. This is the section of a side view of the gland. Okay, what happens is queen larva, the comb where the larva is, it is surrounded by jelly. When extraction is being done for commercial purpose, what they do is there is so much of excess of royal jelly that is just given to the larva, that all the extra things are just collected. Okay, larva is fed only for 3 days. I told for the others, only for the queen it is extended for 15.5 days, by which it becomes a bee. A larva meaning after the egg hatches, the second stage is called the larva, and the third stage is called the insect. In some, like butterflies, there's a stage called the pupa, and then a butterfly. Egg, larva, pupa, butterfly. Here egg, larva, and then it becomes an adult. Okay, so the queen bee in a colony, if it's around 5 to 6 months that a worker bee or a drone, they just live. A queen, it can go for more than a year, 1 up to 1.5, 2 years. Okay, they live longer. A well-managed colony, if you're planning to go for a royal jelly extraction, a well-managed colony, they can yield up to half kg of royal jelly. Now, are you able to see the slides?
Yes, madam. I think we are in 14th slide.
Okay.
We continue to stay in 14.
I can't hear you. Satyaji, you're speaking, but I can't hear you. Can you be a little louder?
Okay. Yes, madam. So we are, I think, in 14th slide. It's not moving. It's
Even
there.
then you could, now it's not moving. Then it was moving, right?
Correct. Just
Yeah,
a
it's
few
moving.
seconds
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Okay, so the queen bee, you can just have a look at her. I mean, in case you get an opportunity to go, look at a hive, a bee colony, you can just check for the queen bee. It is a little bigger, slow moving, a little bigger. Okay, you can just have a look here. And how a queen is developed, it is through royal jelly that is being fed to it. I'm telling this so many times, so I think you would not forget it. Worker bees especially fed to become sexually mature. So this is the composition. It's rich in proteins, fat, lipid or the fat, and also vitamins and minerals. So it is mostly used in the cosmetic sector for skin rejuvenation. It's also used as a nutrient supplement, and it's also used with other products like honey, soft drinks, etc. Okay, coming to some of the other health benefits, it strengthens the immunity, digestive, then blood sugar control, etc. So this is about the class. Any doubts? I think you can just, or if you want to add something that I would not have covered here, that is also welcome. Would you like to add anything? Would you like to speak about something? Would you like to ask something?
Madam, good evening, madam.
Good evening, Jaipal ji.
Madam, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Madam, in that bee venom,
Mm.
in some places they are doing bee venom therapy, na?
Yeah.
Can you explain, madam, how it is work in Tamil Nadu? One person is doing, I think, Josephine Selvaraj, you heard about the
Okay.
name. She is,
Mm-hmm.
the madam is doing bee venom therapy in Madurai, madam.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For
Okay.
some,
Actually, the class.
so how it will be work, madam? It doing all those problems, it will be cure or some specific
Yeah, I know.
body health?
It is a cure. It is a cure because venom is a protein. Okay. It does cure. I will tell you another example that I know of. One of my grandfather's brother, he had arthritis. He was suffering for a very, very long time. Maybe he prayed to God really, like, so much he would have been in trouble and he'd have prayed. Once he was sitting in the portico, what happened is he was with his this thing exposed, what his arthritis, knee exposed. Not a honeybee, a wasp. You know the wasp, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That big
That yellow wasp like and all.
yellow wasp, yellow tiger wasp, big one.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
came and bit him on the knee where it was paining, the same knee. Okay. From then
Okay, ma'am.
on, it stopped. There was no knee pain. He was able to walk properly.
Oh,
For
okay, ma'am.
arthritis. Okay, this is one example that I know. Okay, so this particular venom, it's a protein which maybe medical science has not yet understood it very well, but it does work.
Oh, it mostly arthritics like that problem only it will be cure, ma'am. They are treating
Arthritis
like
I
that.
know of, which is a very good thing. Many other pharmaceutical uses also from venom. I think next class we'll discuss about that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
And even the extraction of venom is quite interesting. It's given the electric shock.
Okay, ma'am.
We'll maybe day after tomorrow, no, next class. Otherwise, we'll have nothing to discuss.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubt?
Madam, one question.
Yeah, Satyaji, tell me.
So all these products we discussed
Yeah.
about, how are they stored in the sense?
Most of these products, no, you have to refrigerate them. Royal,
Okay.
it's good that you asked. Royal jelly and all, it has to be refrigerated. Propolis is okay, but royal jelly has to be refrigerated. In 2 to 3 days, also it can get spoiled if it is kept outside.
Got it. Thank you, madam.
Okay.
I have another doubt.
Yeah.
Madam, if I want to purchase quality royal jelly means
Yeah.
in market there are plenty of product.
Correct.
Is there some original product are there? Some
Correct.
duplicate products also there?
Correct.
How I can identify, ma'am?
It is like very difficult to identify except for the source, maybe. Or if you have a colony you're trained, that is the best thing as of now in India at least. It is still in a nascent stage or an infancy. So it's a very good opportunity for an entrepreneur to get into royal jelly extraction. In Punjab, even you just browse, you can see there is a royal jelly extraction classes conducted.
Where, ma'am?
Punjab. In Punjab, I think it's available online. You can just browse.
Yes,
Many
madam.
times
Some
I've seen that
courses are there.
advertisement. Yeah. So if I come across, no, I think I can share in this group. In South, I don't know if someone's doing, but in Punjab, I've seen that Punjab. I'll just check. Right now, I'm now. What is royal jelly? Vaishno Apiary and Farms. Is it here? I'll just share in the group. Okay, if I just come across that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Even the procedure you can just see on YouTube, it's there. The extraction of royal jelly. Each time the thing, no, it is the colony, it is made to stimulate The nurse bees are made to feel that this larva is going to become a queen, and then it just goes on feeding royal jelly, and you're just extracting out of it. Okay, so since I do not have practical experience in royal jelly making and stuff, I don't think I can do justice by explaining how exactly it is done. Any other question? Or you want to add anything, Jaipal ji?
No, I have. It means that royal jelly in Italian bees and Indian bees, the quality is same for both, or that quantity and quality is differ for both, madam.
Quality will also differ, but quantity will definitely differ because European bees are bigger, no?
Okay, okay.
Larger size, and I think Apis dorsata or the rock bee must be much bigger. Depending on the size of it, it must definitely vary. You have colonies at home, you said, no?
Yes, ma'am. I am doing AP Serena only.
Serena. Uh-huh.
Ah,
You can identify all the categories of bees and this royal jelly. Have you seen?
yes, ma'am. I will see that is
Uh,
only.
do you separate?
Ma'am, for that any that I will do what I doing means that some people have not have the baby means they are
Mm,
coming. For
mm,
gents and ladies, they are coming. They want royal jelly.
mm,
I will directly give the fourth instar larva.
mm,
It is good for that used for baby farming, for ladies
mm.
and all.
Okay, okay. No,
So
from the
that, but
larva, what do they do? They
that
just
fourth,
extract and have it.
yes, so directly they fourth instar
Okay.
larva. That queen cell, I will cut the
Uh-huh.
queen cell, and it means I will divide the colony today means.
Mm,
Up to 3 to 4 days, it will be forming queen cells.
correct.
It means I will notice that period and I will mention that instar like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If some people are coming, I will not have the baby means I will give 1 or 2 queen cells for the eating. I will have the success story one. I will like to share there.
Yeah, yeah. Please
One
tell now. Please tell.
one person from Dindivanam, madam. Dindivanam
Hmm.
from here to Dindivanam is around 150 kilometers.
Okay, you're from which place?
My I am from Salem, madam. Salem Edapadi.
Okay. Mm.
My neighborhood friend.
Mm.
He want fresh royal jelly for they not have the baby 10
Mm.
years after the marriage.
Okay.
They are asking, they are here something in from internet for eating royal jelly. It will be used for baby farming.
Yeah.
They are staying with my home for around 10 12 days.
Mm.
Continuously, they are eating royal jelly.
It's good for the female or for the mother?
Female, female
Mm.
mother.
Mm.
Around 4 gram for one larvae. One larvae means around 4 gram.
Mm.
After 2 to 3 months, they have baby. They
Oh,
form the baby.
okay. Okay. Very nice. See, what
They are
happens
very,
is, well, tell me.
Great example,
they are
Jaipal.
yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Very, very great example.
Wonderful, no? Wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Jaipal ji. Thank you for enlightening us all with your experience.
Okay, ma'am, okay, ma'am.
Very nice. Anybody else you want to
It
say?
stimulates me to go further in beekeeping.
Yeah.